Hello everybody and welcome back to Divulgando Ciencia. My name is Gustavo Jerez Huber. In this video, I'm going to tell you some mysteries about science. For example, I'm going to tell you why some people are left-handed or right-handed, how animals find their way home, for example, or I'm going to talk to you about the G-spot on women. Does it exist? But first of all, I'm going to ask you to please give the video a like, share it, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to get a notification every time I upload a new video. And please follow me also on Instagram and Facebook. Welcome to this new video. Hand dexterity. In human biology, hand dexterity is the preferential use of one hand, known as the dominant hand, because it is stronger, faster, or more dexterous. The other hand, comparatively weaker, less dexterous, or simply less subjectively preferred, is called the non-dominant hand. The dexterous is by far the most common. About 90% of the human population is right-handed dominant. It is not clear how laterality develops, what it is for, why right-handedness is more common, and why left-handedness exists. There are several theories about the development of laterality. Events during prenatal development may be important. Researchers studied fetuses in utero and determined that laterality in the womb was a very accurate indicator of laterality after birth. Laterality has a complex pattern of inheritance. For example, if both parents of a child are left-handed, there is a 26% chance that the child will be left-handed. A large twin study of 25,732 families indicates that the genetics of laterality is approximately 24%. Two single-gene theoretical models have been proposed to explain the inheritance patterns of laterality. Laughter. Laughter is a pleasurable physical reaction that usually consists of rhythmic, often audible contractions of the diaphragm and other parts of the respiratory system. It is a response to certain external or internal stimuli. Laughter may arise from activities such as tickling or from humorous stories or thoughts. Most commonly, it is considered an auditory expression of a number of positive emotional states such as joy, mirth, happiness, or relief. On some occasions, however, it may be elicited by contrary emotional states, such as embarrassment, surprise, or confusion, like nervous laughter or polite laughter. Although it is generally accepted that laughter evolved as a form of social communication, the exact neurological process that leads humans to laugh, it is not well understood. Existence of Grafenberg's point or G-spot. Does the G-spot really exist? If so, is it present in all women, and what exactly is it? The G-spot, also called Grafenberg's point, is characterized as an erogenous zone in the vagina that, when stimulated, can cause strong sexual arousal, powerful orgasms, and possible female ejaculation. It is usually said to be located 5 to 8 centimeters above the vaginal wall anterior, between the vaginal orifice and the urethra, and is a sensitive area that may be part of the female prostate. Neither the existence of the G-spot nor the origin of female ejaculation has been demonstrated. Although the G-spot has been studied since the 1940s, disagreement persists about its existence as a distinct structure, its definition, and its location. The G-spot may be an extension of the clitoris, which together may be the cause of orgasms experienced vaginally. Sexologists and other researchers are concerned that women may be considered dysfunctional if they do not experience G-spot stimulation, and emphasize that not experiencing it is normal. Homecoming. Homecoming is an animal's inherent ability to navigate to an original place through unfamiliar areas. This place may be a home territory or a breeding site. The homing ability can be used to find one's way home in a migration. It is often used in a reference to returning to a breeding site seen years before, as in the case of salmon. The ability to orient can also be used to return to a familiar territory when it has been moved long distances, as in the case of the red-bellied newt. Many animals use magnetic orientation based on the Earth's magnetic field to find their way home. It is often used in conjunction with other methods, such as the solar compass, as in bird migration and in the case of turtles. It is also often used when other methods are not available, as in the case of lobsters, which live underwater, and mole rats, which return home through their burrows. Celestial orientation, navigation by means of the stars, is commonly used to search for home. Marble newts, for example, can only return home when the stars are visible. There is evidence that olfaction or smell is used in homing in several salamanders, such as the red-bellied newt, and olfaction is also necessary for salmon homing. A satisfactory explanation of the neurobiological mechanisms that enable homing in animals has not yet been found. Evolution of sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is an adaptive feature common to almost all multicellular organisms, and also to some unicellular ones, many of them being unable to reproduce asexually. Sex evolved as an extremely efficient mechanism for producing variation, and this had the great advantage of allowing organisms to adapt to changing environments. However, sex came at a cost. By reproducing asexually, it is not necessary to spend time and energy choosing a mate. And if the environment has not changed, there may be little reason for variation, as the organism may well be adapted. However, sex has evolved as the most prolific means of branching species on the tree of life. Diversification in the phylogenetic tree occurs much more rapidly through sexual reproduction than through asexual reproduction. The origin of sexual reproduction dates back to the earliest prokaryotes, about 2 billion years ago, when bacteria began to exchange genes by conjugation, transformation, and transduction. Although these processes are distinct from true sexual reproduction, they share some basic similarities. Why does sexual reproduction exist? If in many organisms it has a 50% cost, fitness disadvantage relative to asexual reproduction. Why do most sexual organisms use a binary mating system? Grouping in itself offers a survival advantage. A system based on binary recognition is the simplest and most efficient method of maintaining species grouping. As you could see on this video, these mysteries have some explanations that could be more or less good, but not necessarily satisfactory. So more research is needed, and maybe one day we will be able to find a definitive answer to these mysteries. If you like the video, please give it a like, share it, subscribe to the channel, and follow me also on Instagram and Facebook. This would help me a lot. Thank you very much, and see you next time.